everyone. I'm Connie Hampton, and I'd like to welcome you to What's Cooking at Our House. I'm so excited about what we're cooking, I can't even talk. And who are you?
And I'm Dottie Phelps, and I'd like to welcome you to my home, and especially to my kitchen. Connie and I do this from time to time and have a lot of fun. And
Get to eat a lot of good food.
We get kind of slap happy sometimes.
Surely not.
Anyway, we've got an exciting recipe for you today. It's real simple.
Right.
I think it's got like 4 ingredients, just real simple.
And it's beautiful. And
Absolutely
the house
gorgeous.
smells wonderful.
Yes, absolutely gorgeous.
And
I got this recipe out of the Red Hat
I was going to ask that.
cookbook. Yeah, the name is Very Easy Red Chicken, and I got it out of the Red Hat cookbook.
Very good, very good.
And so I'm real anxious to try it, but it's beautiful.
Well, we're excited about this recipe, and we're also excited about some other stuff that's going to be happening on the cooking show.
Right.
In a couple of months, we're going to be cooking in your backyard.
Yes, we are.
Something different.
We're going to do a pork loin out there.
Okay. And recently, Dottie and I both have visited the winery over at Puxico, Missouri,
Yes.
and just fell in love with it.
Indian Hills.
Yes.
And it's an absolutely beautiful place. And while I was over there, I got to talking to the owners, and I said, you know what? I said, we need to film a show here.
Right.
I know it's been a while since we've been on location, and,
Right.
and it's usually really a major undertaking when we do.
Right.
But I think maybe this time it won't be quite so bad.
Right.
And we're real excited about it. I think
So
we'll maybe shoot for October.
So keep watching. So keep
Yes,
watching.
be sure and
Yes.
keep watching. We've got some different things coming up for
Right.
you.
Well, we want to wait till the weather gets a little cooler.
Yes.
So that the people, so there'll be a crowd at the
Yes.
winery, so everybody can enjoy it. Plus, you and
Right.
I, we always enjoy what we're doing. But Nicole is very hospitable.
Yes.
And they've got a really
And
nice
Marty,
place.
yes.
And,
Very nice.
So.
That way, maybe in October it'll be cool down. It'll be
Right.
nice fall weather.
Well, and at that time, the colors in the vineyard could possibly be different than
Yes.
this time of the year also.
Yes.
The leaves on the vines might possibly
They will
be
be
doing
turning.
some turning,
Yes.
right. Dottie and I, a few years back, it's probably been 4 or 5 years ago, went to Napa Valley and got to go to Groth Vineyards.
Yes.
And they were so kind to us and gave us prints from their vineyard.
Yes.
And we got the 4 different seasons, and I'm
Yes.
not sure which one mine is. I'm looking at yours, and I'm not sure I can tell which one yours is either.
I'm not real sure either.
But it's beautiful scenery.
Yes.
Beautiful scenery.
Yes.
And being from Malden, being from the flatland, and just going a few miles to Puxico to get into the hills.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
The
just
scenery
gorgeous.
is absolutely beautiful,
Yeah.
and they've got a pond out there, and it's very nice. Very nice.
Okay, back to the very easy
Back-
red chicken, because
Yeah.
this is going to go together real quickly.
Very, very simply. It's like we said. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients.
4 ingredients.
So
5 with the rice, but
yeah.
anyway.
But anyway, if you want to read off what we're going
Sure.
to do.
We're using 6 to 8. Well, the recipe calls for 6 to 8 skinless, boneless, halved chicken breast. 1 envelope, which is 1/3 of a cup of onion soup mix. 1 16-ounce can of whole cranberry sauce, and 1 7-ounce bottle of Catalina salad dressing. And then after we cook all this, we're going to serve it on a bed of rice.
Yes, and you could also serve this on noodles,
Sure.
on egg noodles, or pasta. A lot of people will serve chicken on pasta. So you could just whatever you happen to have in the cupboard, that's what you can use.
Right. We're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. We've already arranged the chicken, and as Dottie was putting the chicken, I said, are we going to spray Pam? And the recipe says ungreased, 13 by 9 inch pan. And then in a medium bowl, which Dottie's got that going, we're mixing our cranberry sauce, our dry soup mix, and our Catalina dressing. And all we do is pour that over the chicken, sit back, and let it make the house aromatize.
And it's so pretty, and it's going to be so colorful on that rice, on the white rice, and it looks wonderful.
So when we have our
Smells
next
good.
Red Hat party, we'll have to have very easy red chicken for the ladies.
We could do that. That would be good.
We had a red hat party here at your house one day and did some
Yes.
cooking.
Yes, we did.
And we made gnocchi,
Gnocchi.
that day.
Yes.
And
Italian dish.
everybody had a good time, and some of us even learned something.
Well, that was a little intense, but it was a good time. We had a good time.
was good.
Everybody had fun, and we cooked in our red hats, and I think this is ready to go on there.
That was too easy.
I know. And you don't salt it, you don't pepper it, you don't do anything because your soup mix is going to take care of all that.
Right.
Hopefully.
And that was one of the mistakes that we made with another recipe previously, and you probably heard us talk about it. We had a recipe and it didn't have any salt anywhere in the ingredients.
Boy, we better add some salt.
And we made the mistake and added salt, and actually we couldn't even hardly eat it because it was so salty.
It was so salty. And of course, Connie and I both kind of try to watch our salt intake, and that's why I use that kosher salt, because it's not as intense as your regular table salt.
And I use the light salt, and I think you have told me that the kosher is even better than the light. And I got where I cook with the kosher.
I don't buy anything except the kosher. I just I've gotten used to using it, and I about had a stroke yesterday. I went out to the grocery store and I needed some salt, and
They didn't have kosher.
they've moved it. Yeah, they had
They
it.
moved it.
They moved it, and I thought, oh, and of course they've got 4 sides out there. Naturally, I went to every side prior to the other 3, and I thought, they don't have that. What am I going to do now? I'm going to have to go somewhere else. But anyway, but they do have it. So now, is that not pretty?
Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to cook that in like I said, a preheated oven of 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. Miss Dottie, let's talk about different kinds of rice. We
Sure.
talked about that we could serve this over noodles or pasta, and I know you are the queen mom of all the different kinds of rice.
Well,
And your favorite, I think, is maybe jasmine.
I love the jasmine rice, the rice company at Bernie. Help me out here. Martin Rice.
Right.
And in fact, I got some, a friend of mine had got some up there. They make a whole wheat rice. And I was going to use it today with this, but I thought maybe I would rather have the white because of the colors. Yeah. But I'm real anxious to try the whole wheat. And actually, that would probably be better for you, you know, than the white.
The jasmine rice has what kind of a taste,
It
flavor?
has sort of a nutty taste. And that's all I use. Now, I have some of the other, if a recipe specifically calls for something else, I do, you know, I'll try to do it. But I prefer the jasmine rice. The taste is just wonderful.
Every time I talk about rice, I think of a funny story when Bill and I first got married, and I did not know how to cook. Did not know how to cook because my parents had a restaurant. And my sister-in-law had made a recipe, had made a casserole, and had the family up, and it was excellent. It was very good, so I called her and asked her for the recipe and got it. And Bill's boss was coming home for lunch, and I was going to fix it, and it called for rice. Well, it was actually minute rice that it called for, but I used regular rice, not knowing the difference because I was a new bride and didn't know what I was doing. And Bill's boss came, and I served this casserole with the rice in it and ground beef and tomato sauce, and it was really pretty. But you bit into that. I mean, it's lucky we didn't all have to go to the dentist. So it's good to know that you're using the right kind of rice when you're cooking your dishes.
That's right.
So we're ready to go into the oven.
Right.
And then we'll be back with a little presentation.
That's
so
right.
we're going to take a break
Show you
here.
how good that looks.
Stay right where you are. We'll be back. We've got our very easy, this is like bada bada, like you don't know how to talk, very easy red chicken out of the oven. The house, the aroma.
Smells wonderful.
Perfect picture.
How colorful is that?
Right.
And you know, as we were talking before, the contrast between this red and that white rice, I'm getting ready to plate this here in just a minute, but it's absolutely beautiful. You could also use the noodles. You could use pasta.
We talked about wheat rice.
Yes.
So.
And if you would rather, you know, you could just serve vegetables. You could do mashed potatoes.
Our
that
favorite.
would be good. Oh, yes. And
Yellow squash
Right,
would be pretty
green
on the
beans.
side.
broccoli, whatever, whatever you want. You would want to have either a green or a yellow, I think, vegetable.
Right.
But, yeah, that the contrast in the colors is going to be really nice, I think.
Okay, and you've got us some wine poured.
Yes.
Some people need to go to class and learn how to pair their wine with their meat or their.
Right.
We got to think about the fruit that's
Right.
in the
That's true.
sauce also, and we're excited
Well,
about going to the winery.
Oh, yes.
At Pexico.
Yes, but some people, they say, well, a few years back, they said white wine with chicken, red wine with meat, but it's whatever you like.
Right.
I personally prefer the red, and but it's just whatever you like. That
Right.
So you could serve a white with this. It would be nice. A white Chardonnay or a Sauvignon Blanc would be good. Again, it's whatever your taste buds
Whatever
want.
suits your palate.
Whatever suits your palate, that's what you need to do.
Again, our recipe only had 4 ingredients, 5 with the rice.
Right.
So very simple.
Very
for
easy.
those of us, I guess everybody though, has a busy lifestyle.
Yes.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't
But
either.
I used to think that I was the only one that was busy, but everybody's busy.
Well,
and
it's a fast-paced world
right.
we live in anymore.
right.
And
But this is something you could come home from work, have all of your ingredients right there on the counter, put it in the oven, sit down, read the newspaper,
Yes.
put your rice in the steamer.
Yep.
And I think that's the best way to fix rice is in a steamer.
I've done it on the stove, and some people say they do it in the microwave, but I invariably, when I do it on the stove, I can't get that burner low enough, and it boils over every time. But if you do fix it on the stove, that's okay too. But be sure that you keep your lid on, because your steam is what cooks your rice.
Right.
And just don't be lifting that
Lifting it
lid
up.
and looking in there, because your steam is actually what cooks your rice.
Right.
So anyway.
But the steamer has got us spoiled.
Oh, that's one of the best investments I ever
Right,
made, and,
right.
and you can get them all the way from $25 or $50 up to $200 or $300, but this one's somewhere in between there, and,
Right.
it serves my purpose.
Okay, we've got a pretty white plate. We've got the rice is a little different color. We've got our mint on the side, and here comes the main color. Yum.
Now, is that not pretty?
Pretty, pretty.
And you could put a little of this sauce. Let me get a spoon.
Right.
And you could put some of this sauce on your rice.
Sure.
Oh, man, that is going to be so good.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Because it's got that Catalina, oh yeah, that's a must. I can taste that Catalina in that rice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is, you need to what you could do is serve this on the side,
Sure.
if you like.
Put it in a gravy bowl.
Right, and
Very good. You must have that spoon.
You must
get
have
the
that.
good stuff that's down there waiting on you.
be sure you clean up your drips. Now,
Very nice.
what do you think?
I think I'm ready to sit down and eat,
I
Ladybug.
think I am too.
Cheers to you.
Here's to you,
Very good.
and to you.
Thank you for joining us for What's Cooking at Our House. I'm Connie Hampton, and please join us again. Remember, if you'd like this recipe or any other recipe, you can send us an email at recipes@yhctv.com or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to What's Cooking at Our House at P.O. Box 712, Dexter, Missouri 63841, and one of us will get you some information.
Absolutely.
Dottie, good job. Until we see you again, have a great day.
I'm Dottie Phelps. Bye now.